All right, so I've had people ask me like, what is my process for getting clients, even if you're a lean team, small team, or you're a solopreneur or a growth operator, growth consultant, whatever you want to call yourself. I have a small team, but if you're solo, this is the best way I would go about doing it right now. And it doesn't matter what channel you use. I'm just going to use Instagram as an example. And that's if you're doing outbound. Anything paid inbound is a little bit more advanced for my advanced audience. We'll talk about that another time. But this is still good if you just want to start getting some more clients under your belt. And it's just about generating attention with what I call client grabbing VSLs, video sales letters. Now, being good at VSLs is a whole other story, but as long as you get good at this process, it'll work eventually. Like you'll get good enough so where you are converting. So the first thing is that you want to grab attention with specificity. You want to be specific on why you're reaching out and the problem that you can solve. You want to be unique. Don't sound like everybody else. Your lead generation course or whatever you've been through that everybody is using, you need to stand out compared to everybody. And I've gotten attention of people that have millions of followers. I've gotten past the barrier of the request box and all that stuff because of my specificity, because of my uniqueness. And lastly, the value through solutions that I can provide, which is going to be the VSL that you're positioning. Okay, and I'll take you through that. Now, first of all, if I'm reaching out through Instagram, for example, I had this one guy reach out. This is, if you're watching this, brother, no offense to you. This is just, you're a prime example, and I want you to learn if you're reaching out. So it's a locked account. I don't see a face, and there's no context on who this person is, but they did a reach out to me. All right, I think it was like, are you in the online space? Which, yes, brother, clearly I am, but I'm going to help you. This is, if you're watching this is going to help you. This is good. This is good for you to watch. So I'm not going to reply to that. And if I was to reach out like that, wouldn't happen. What I have is my clear picture. I have a little bit about me. It doesn't have to be like I help X achieve Y. I mean, you can do that if you want to use that formula, but I just have that. I'm an athlete, entrepreneur, whatever. I'm building my company. Here's my YouTube link. You can see my stories that I've had and my posts, and it's all out there, right? And don't let like followers and stuff be like your hindering, limiting belief. It doesn't matter. Just start with this, okay? And the rest will come. So that's ultimately how you're grabbing attention. That's the first door. If you can't get past this door, none of this matters. None of this matters. But once you do, the prospect that you're reaching out to is going to have a decision to make, right? Let's say that they reply, then you will essentially reach out with an idea of sending them over a video. Now, this is not to get confused with the videos that you see everybody else sending, which is just a random Loom video that you've already created. You spent all this time. I'm not doing that. I'm just asking them with an initial question if they're looking to solve a problem or if there's some sort of value I can send over that would be of interest to them. Given that they give me the green light, the thumbs up, that's when I'm going in, and that's when I'm going to craft this short VSL. Okay, it's a short VSL for this one. And this is when I'm going to send it over to them. Once they give me the green light, they're either going to say no, which in that case, I'm like, okay, sure, just any feedback as to why not. And if it doesn't resonate with you or whatever, I'm trying to get some feedback so I can optimize that for the attention. I can also optimize that for the VSL and make this better as well. Okay, so there's two parts. If I get a yes, well, then we're proposing a call to jump on to see if I can solve that problem. Okay, really, really simple. I take that first call, which is typically discovery. Now, some people would argue that you can just take the one call and try and close. I would only really recommend this if you are not taking any upfront cash and if you just have a banger offer that's like a money back guarantee or whatever. Like, sure, no upfront cash, whatever. I guess no upfront cash, you don't need a money back guarantee, but you got where I'm coming from. You're basically working for free. You probably only need one call. Unless you need to build more trust and authority with somebody, if you don't already have it, then you can go ahead, see if they're a good fit, and then propose a second call, a closing call. But if they're not a good fit, obviously get rid of them, get more feedback, optimize for attention, and craft your VSL and update it. If they are a good fit, we're going to send them our primary VSL. This is who we're marketing to as a whole. So it'd be speaking to the niche, to the industry that we're targeting. This VSL would cover that. And I can go over this in another video. But ultimately, then you're going to take a closing call, and this is when you're going to close. Okay, that's when you're going to position your offer, position your services to close them, given you have an online service business like coaching, consulting, growth consulting, growth operating, whatever you want to call it. If you run a lean team, lean operation, like this is it. This is how you are going to generate attention. And just so that people have a good understanding, especially on like Instagram, you're not sending anything more than like 50 DMs a day spaced out between the day. You don't want to get put in the, I think it's the hidden request box. You'll never get out of it, apparently, from what I've heard. So you can send anywhere from, let's say, like 20 to 50 DMs per day. And with the current hit rate that I have, it's basically, I've had one guy that did like 4 out of 5 DMs was a hit for everybody that he hit. Well, 4 to 5, not everybody, but 4 to 5 people were like, yes, I want to jump on a call with you. I'm interested. Right. So what I've seen is like for every 10 that I've sent, I get about 4. So about 40% of people are saying, yes, send me a video, let me know, which is really, really high. If you get almost half people replying to you that don't even know who you are, you're doing pretty well. And I don't have a huge following yet or any of that, but it's working for me now, and it has worked for me in the past. I just changed my approach in how I generate the attention just by standing out and being different compared to everybody else that's basically doing the same thing. Just don't be like everybody else and you will get better results.